Today we're going to do an overdenture pickup using the Novaloc housing system. First, you want to choose the proper gingiva height of the abutments that you choose. The rule of thumb is order what you measure. So if you measure 2 millimeter height, order the 2 millimeter abutment, and so forth. And the goal here is to do an overdenture pickup on 2 sites. First, what we want to do is we want to take these processing caps. We want to put them on the abutments, just to make sure that we have enough space for the denture, because now we have enough space. You can see there's a little bit of space where the housing is, and there is a complete area around the housing, so you can see that there's space there. So now that we know that we have enough space in the denture, we're actually going to remove these processing spacers, and now we're going to put these blockout rings on. And I'm going to show you what it looks like to have 3 on versus 1. So if you have 3 on like that, and if you put 1 on like that, and you have a cap on, so you can see that if you can see metal underneath the abutment, that is no good. If you see that there is no metal, like this site, that's very good. So this is bad, this is good. So as long as you can cover the entire abutment with these processing collars, that is the proper way. If you can see metal, you need to add more just to block that out. So we're going to add more now. So I'm going to take some, add that on. Add that on. Add that on. And then now all we're going to do is put the cap on, and the cap is actually going to squeeze it tight. So that's what we do, is we push it down and squeeze tight. Now we have no metal showing underneath, and we have the processing collars on. So now we take this denture again, we put it on, make sure that there is plenty of space for the pickup, make sure that there is a passive fit, and there's no interference. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take your pickup material, and you're going to coat around the housing on both sides, just to coat it to create a nice wet adhesion. And then we're going to put this on, and then we're going to backfill the area. So that's what we're going to do next. So I'm going to coat the pickup material. Right there. Coat pickup material right there. Put that on. And while you're pushing down, we're going to backfill it using gravity. Just backfill it, and this side we're going to backfill it as well. Make sure you create a nice smooth contour in the posterior so you don't have the patient play with it with their tongue. So we're just going to backfill what we can. All right, in this particular material, you can actually light cure it. So we're gonna zap it 2 times here. And zap it 2 times here. And then wait 1 more second, and then this one I gotta go back. And then we're gonna take this blue tool. We're gonna probe it, make sure it's nice and firm, it's nice and hard. And so you can see it's nice and firm and nice and hard. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna pull it apart. So now that we've checked and we can see that this is nice and firm, nice and hard, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it apart this way. If you pull it apart this way, the housing may pop out. So it's better to pull it apart this way. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull it straight up and out. Great. So now you can see that the blockout rings did their jobs because there is no acrylic that went in underneath. So what we can do is we can actually pull this apart using the blue tool, pull it apart, set it aside. And if you have any voids or if there's any areas or spaces you need to backfill, you just put them back on and then you just backfill it and then put it back onto the model. But for today, what we're gonna do is we're actually going to now clean the excess material. So we're just gonna clean it up. Make sure that there's no interference. Any excess that you have here, you can actually use the scrape. Or you can take a burr and you can clean it if you wanted to, just to make it so that it's smooth. You don't have any interference from any sharp edges. So next what we're gonna do is we're going to take the tip of this blue tool. We're gonna go on the inside of this processing liner. And while we're doing that, we're gonna stand it up and it comes right out. Do that again on this side where we go in. And we're gonna stand it up and it comes right out. Okay, and then we're gonna take the tip of the blue tool, we're gonna go on the inside of the housing and we're just gonna clean it up, scrape it around. Do the same on this side, go the inside of the housing, clean it up, scrape it around. And now we're ready to put the liner in. So we're gonna use this side right here and we're gonna capture the liner. Just go like that. So we capture that. And all we do is we put it in and we're gonna snap it. Nice strong snap. Do the same on this side. We're gonna put it in. While it's in there, you push down, you hear it snap. So now we go back on here, we put it down, we hear it snap. It's good to go. It's nice and strong. Okay, to remove it, we'll use this side of the tool. And what we're gonna do is we're actually going to go over the liner. We're gonna take this and it comes out. And now we're gonna slide it in here. We're actually gonna pull that out. We'll do that on this side now. Same thing is we're going to get the tool, circle the liner. We're gonna push down. It comes out. And we're gonna slide this on the black tool. And now we pull that out. Now for this tool, if we need to remove the housing, while this is empty, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the black tool. We put it into housing. You see it's nice and it's sitting in the housing now, and you can see that it's floating. So all we wanna do is just push it to leverage out the housing. And it pulls it right out. We'll do that again on this side. It comes right out. Now it's ready to do another step.